Hi Aries, welcome back. So this is the second part near future and future. So if you haven't watched the previous video before this for the Aries, then please do so because this is the second part. Please hit like, subscribe, turn on notification. So this will be your near future Aries. So we have here the Nine of Pentacles. We have here the Strength, the Knave of Cups, Four of Pentacles, the Tower, the Knave of Pentacles, the Seven of Sword, Three of Wand, the Temperance, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Fool. So let's see here what it say to us for the near future. So I'm seeing here for the near future, what will happen is that I'm seeing here you're feeling or you're seeing that person doesn't listen at all. So you're just you'll get enough feeling that he or she is throwing her life out. That's what I'm seeing here. And I'm seeing here like you don't have you're feeling you're out of power to control what's happening around you. And I'm also seeing here that there's so much that you want to say, but there's like a limitation on what you could do and say to that person. I'm also seeing here that there's already people gossiping, even in a case, because I'm feeling in here the this is the part where the family is that the gossip is coming, where um this is your family member saying that having an affair, and then people talk around that person like your neighbors, if not neighbors, family or friends, that they are telling you that, hey, we see this your family member with this guy having an affair, if not having an affair with this guy, which is not good. You talk to, they're saying that you talk to your family member, and then so that you could stop seeing this guy, and that's what would happen in your future. I am seeing also in here that you are losing patience and also at the same time you do not know what to do anymore with this person. it's it's like you talk to the person, either will just nod or just would say to you, mind your own business. And I'm seeing here that your feeling, it's just that you cannot sit still. Okay, before we comment on that one, let's first check the outcome of this so that afterwards we'll heed the advice of the tarot. Okay, you have here the Lovers, you have Two of Pentacles, Pentacles, the Empress, Seven of Wands, Four of Cups, the Emperor, the Death, and then we have you the Hierophant, Eight of Wands, the Hangman, and the Nine of Wands. Let's see here. Okay, this is for Aries. I'm seeing here for Aries at with the workplace. I'm seeing here that you would go on a, what do you call this one? Contemplate, or you will probably go to the point where you would think, am I still on the right track, or am I still do I still want this kind of job? This is what would happen to you. And at the same time, you're trying to weigh the cons and pros of the job that you have right now. Like, is it worth it? And I'm also seeing here for the Aries and the family state that you would try, or not really try, you would be on a fight with the family members. If not, to those Aries, the other Aries, I'm seeing here that you would go fight with people who's trying to do gossip on your family. That's what I'm saying here. And what do you call this one? I'm seeing here how you appreciate and love your family, but at the same time, that's why you're trying to protect the family. But this is what I'm saying here. As much as possible, you're trying to keep as much like dignity of the family that you have in here, and you just wanted to straighten out the family. So you will go to this contemplation, Aries. That's what I'm seeing here. That what you are going to say, either you verbally say it, or if you verbally say it to yourself, when you are undergo this turmoil emotion, because you would I'm seeing here like crying. Your Aries are crying in here. I'm saying that you were crying in a sense of saying that all I want is to straighten out this family. All I want is that um whatever dignity that is left on this family will be, will be kept. And this is what I'm saying here, because you're saying that what you guys are doing is very wrong. And then I'm also seeing in here that you're feeling that there's no one care about the situation, and someone need to step up. Okay. Okay, so much emotion in here, Aries. Okay, let's try to summarize and ask Tarot's advice here. So, for those Aries at work, here's the Tarot advice. Um, as mentioned by the Tarot Aries, those who's having a problem with their workplace, it doesn't say to me that well, the Tarot is asking first, do you think you knew that the question that need to be asked, is it worth what do you call this one, resigning on the job if you want to resign the job, or is it worth keeping the job? So here's the tricky part, Aries, that so if you go, because the target is trying to want to question you, if you go to another place of at work, do you think there would be the same kind of situation, or if you were get into the same kind of situation, would you also try to resign on a place? It doesn't mean that the target is saying that don't resign or keep the, or if you want to keep the job, but what the target is saying is that you could resign to the job, but think about it in a way that you want to, what do you call this one, go to the next level. Then that's a good way to say that yes, I want to resign for the job, and the target saying that's a good idea if you cannot find yourself or the path that on your current workplace to go move forward. But if you're going to resign because of other criteria, like for example gossip, vibes and stuff like that, the third is questioning is what happened if it, when you go to the next job, how would you cope if it the same thing happened again, will you also resign? So the tarot, it's just giving you a heads up or a reminder if in case that happens again. It doesn't mean it will happen again, but just so that it could mentally prepare you for like a check reminder. What would you do if that the same thing happened? It's just that it's saying here the pros on the current job that you have is that you've been on the job for a very long time. You knew what to do. You knew what the ins and outs of it. And then if you going to resign, the target is just hoping that you resign in a sense of, because I want a new, not really a new environment, but I want to move forward to get promoted, and this doesn't just work for me. And that's the level of the targets want you to do it if you want to resign. And also, what you call this one, if you could keep the job, that's good. But if you could at least get the feeling of what the tarot advised to you before, to get the positive attitude inside the work, try to maintain it, if you, even if you could say, and try to joke it around. Because when once that you do it, if you hit the other person doing the gossiping, then try to make it a joke to that person, so that it's saying to me like, not in a sense like, what do you call this one, if you really hate that person, it's like a sarcastic thing, because it's saying here like it's sarcastic, it's a joke, but at the same time, it's like some sort of revenge on your end, giving me like a revenge on your end, and then you will be happy about it, that um, the other person would feel guilty about what you joke about, and then he will get in pain or guilty, or if not, like something like that on the other person, and then either he would realize that he is kind of offensive, you know what I mean, and then but you do it on a joke, so that that gives like an alert, hey, I need to back off. That's what it's saying. And then for those now, for Aries at home, now this is the hard part. So for the Aries at home, if you are a minor, or if not a minor, it's like because I'm seeing high school or college in here. If you are that, then what you are seeing would not be what you call this one, reflect to another person, if you're the one who's gonna say it. This is the truth about it, Aries. So that, because the other person will think that you are young, you don't understand what they are going through, or they are saying that you're just having fun and stuff like that. You're a kid, you won't understand and stuff like that. But if what you do is try to involve another person, like a middleman, which is a bit older than you, or an elder older than you, like a grandparent, probably an elder brother of that person or something like that. But that's what I'm saying here. Then in that case, the other person would what you call this, be aware that you are being affected. If you are the child of that person, you will be that hey, this really affect my child. Then that will be awareness of the parent, that you're really concerned about this, and that will leads to a good talk between you both. And at the same time, what do you call this one, try not as much as possible not to shout. You knew by yourself that that person is wrong, but I want you, or the tarot Aries is trying to say is that try to be calm as possible, and then tell the person. So here's the advice, okay, how we do it. If it's a parent, mom, dad, so what's the plan? You ask them what's the plan. That's how you question them, what they would do or what their plan is. This way, not the shouting in a sense of saying, that's wrong, you're having a fear, yada yada yada. So it's different if you ask them, so what's your plan? Where do I get involved with it? How am I going to be involved with it? Because we're family. That's how it is. Now for the eldest person, who's seeing that the niece or nephew will be getting involved, here's the tarot advice. A family member or a friend, this is what I'm showing here, either a friend, cousin, something like that, because I'm seeing here almost near the age but close in the family, so it either be a relative, the cousins, or a neighbor that's close to you, and that person respect that other person. So that should be the key, to be like a middle on how it should be. Because and then, because if you're the one who's gonna talk about it, if you are just the one to be, you knew by yourself as well that nothing will go through to that person. But if another person, probably they had a key, or they had this kind of emotion that could go through to the other person. And another thing is that if this doesn't work, another advice of the tarot is that if you could remember my previous question by the tarot is try to make the family stable. It's asking like what alternative you think you could do in the side of the family that would what you call this, make the things stable for the kids. For example, If it's the family member is divorced, you could have the other party ask if they could take the kids more often rather than go to the schedule. They could ask so that the kids won't see it. That's the stable thing. That another thing that uh, could say it's stable. At least when time comes that hell come to lose, then at least the kids know where to go. Another side is that you could get involved with the kids in a sense of hey, here's my number in case something happened, I'm here, I'm your uncle or auntie, then you could give this number. You what you could do in your end, because if the thing is doesn't really, the other person really doesn't care or doesn't heed what you're worried about, and at least there's like a place where the kids could go, and that's what the advice of the parrot here. And there's a lot of things that you could do in a sense for stability of the family. If the other person won't, you cannot rely on that other person. So that's the advice of the tarot as of now, Aries. I hope you like the advice of the tarot, and please hit like, subscribe, to notification. To those who haven't, what do you call this one, or you think this is not your card, then I hope you keep trying to check the cards. Maybe the next reading will be yours. And that's for now. Thank you so much, Aries. Bye bye.